Aloha and welcome to Harnessing Heritage. We're back on our show where we discuss heritage issues and the importance of historic preservation to the economy and to the well-being of our people. And today I'm very happy to share with you my partner in this good works. We are co-chairs of the Heritage Caucus. It's Representative Cindy Evans and you might tell all the different district neighborhoods.
I'd be happy to.
Okay.
It's nice to be with you, Representative Ching, today, and also with the audience to talk about what's near and dear to both of us, which is historic preservation and our heritage and how we preserve it in Hawaii. I'm a state representative from North Kona, South Kohala on the Big Island, and my district encompasses Kauai High, Waimea, Waikoloa, Waikiki Ranch, North Kona, up Saddle Road, the Puakaloa training area. So it's a very interesting and diverse area, and I'm really pleased. And like you, we do have something really in common.
That's right.
And that is we have a lot of history in my district. We have an amazing history on King Kamehameha.
That's right. Both of us, we share King Kamehameha. And what's neat is we're a partnership, a bipartisan caucus dedicated to the preservation of what is unique about Hawaii. And what's neat is Representative Cindy Evans is from the neighbor islands of the Big Island, as she explained, where she's nearby to so many historic sites, one of them Hulihe'e Palace, near and around, which she's a cousin of. And I am near and around the historic area of Nu'uanu-Liliha, which is more of an urban core type of district. But we come together to preserve what is special about Hawaii, and we are the leaders of a caucus of about how many we have now? 37 in the House?
We have about 37 in the House and 7 in the Senate.
Yeah. So together, our effort, we put together the Historic Preservation Day, and we also bring our colleagues together from both sides of the aisle regarding policy making and advocacy, which we just shifted to this year, more of an advocacy role. But our Historic Preservation Day this past week was really successful. We're real proud of it. Our offices worked together to make this a success, where people who are associated with historic preservation, their organizations, come together, share their mana'o with each other, their information, their knowledge, and also help educate our colleagues and ourselves also on this issue. We also have a nice gathering of those at Washington Place, and we thank them, and it's our way of thanking, right? Thanking the people for all they do. Cindy, you want to talk a little more about Historic Preservation Day? And
it was so exciting because it really achieved what you and I wanted to achieve. And earlier in the session, we said, what could we do to make a difference this year? Because session is very short, right? We're here for 60 legislative days, but what can you do in terms of heritage and culture? And we collectively had this discussion and came up with, if we could be advocates, if we could educate, if we could build the collaboration, the alliances, the coalitions, all the stuff that we see as legislators, when ideas are presented, but they have that collective support, you see things really gain momentum here, right? Here at the legislature. So what we decided was, if we can do the education and the advocacy piece and get the members in the community that are really passionate about this subject to meet each other, to greet each other, to realize that there's like-mindedness out there, and if they can come together and start learning how to be a voice, then when those laws or those resolutions are introduced that affect heritage and historic sites, that there is legislators that understand that the community is around this idea. And so Historic Preservation Awareness Day for me, we had 48 exhibitors, was absolutely,
biggest ever.
I couldn't have asked for it to be more than what you and I envisioned. I mean, it was such a success, and the exhibitors were fabulous, their exhibits were fabulous, and they actually were talking with each other. And so you felt this synergy.
Yeah.
And I think it's the best we've had.
Yes, it is, and thank you to your staff and our staff working together. I mean, really, I mean, we had more exhibitors, as you say, and the excitement was there. We hear our colleagues mentioning historic preservation now, and we're aware that this is the first step, that somebody has to know more about this issue to support it. Later, they believe in it, and therefore then they act on it. And we empower those who really, they are the nonprofits, the guardians of our historic sites, but just reasons why we support it, right, is it's a great giver to not only the economy, because what I always share with colleagues is that the fact, this data, that the heritage tourist stays longer, spends more. And when we're comparing beach to beach, if somebody's going to travel from the mainland, we want to have that competitive edge. We want to say not only can you go to the beach or go hiking here in Hawaii, but we have a really unique culture that you want to come see. Just the way I might want to go and visit New Orleans, that is somewhat very special in the United States. And so it gives us that competitive edge business-wise. But number two, our museums, our heritage sites are the greatest learning tools that I think there are. There's nothing like a child walking into a museum to get them excited about that subject matter. And then lastly, of course, but most maybe importantly, is when we have urban design that responds to what Peter Apo, our speaker at the T, was saying, that sense of place. Boy, children have a sense of stability. It's the well-being. People come out, and like in Main Street, right? They walk, they visit the small businesses, and it's all good. It's all very good for the well-being, and we, Rep. Evans, Cindy, my friend Cindy, we had some great sponsors this year, right?
Yes.
You want to talk about Historic Hawaii Foundation, Office of Hawaiian Affairs, helping us out. That was nice.
Yeah. Again, it's about finding like-mindedness and really get the support, because if you get organizations behind you, they bring a lot of resources. And the Historic Hawaii Foundation, which I really see as kind of the trade organization for this issue that really can really be kind of that focal point and leader on this issue. The foundation was very supportive, and we want to thank them for supporting us. And Office of Hawaiian Affairs, that also showed us support and has supported us over the last many years, because they also understand, our heritage, our culture. And with the little time we have here, if you don't mind, I want to point out that one of the things I learned personally is how many jobs and how many skill sets and the talent around. When I talked to the exhibitors and said, what is your background, what do you do? I was amazed. I mean, at the skills, the archaeologists, the anthropologists, people with PhDs, people that had skill sets like they learned how to be masonaries for, you have to learn how to preserve, how to protect, but you have to do recordation, you have to do research. I mean, the talent and the skills, I mean, it really is. And then I just wow, it's an employer.
That's right.
It's an opportunity for young people in Hawaii to have careers.
That's right.
A lot of careers in this area. So I learned a lot myself. I mean, there's always stuff to learn in this, right? But
so much to learn, and that's what it's about, and investing in the destination that we are as, more, like we said, more than sun and surf. We are actually a place where you can learn, and I know that there are a lot of tourists that want to do that. Well, I just wanted to mention, we also have the Story of Architecture in Hawaii, right? Thursday, March 25 at the University of Hawaii Williams Richardson School of Law. There's some upcoming events, and also our forum, again presented by Representative Cindy Evans and myself as the Heritage Caucus, Heritage Tourism in Search of an Authentic Hawaii. That will be Thursday, April 8th, here at the State Capitol, room 329, 7:30, breakfast, and 8 o'clock discussion with Mike McCartney, Dale Hahn, and Ramsey Tom of the Native Hawaiian Hospitality Association. And Dale's with Princess Cruises, and Mike is with the Hawaii Tourism Authority, right? So Well, we're so glad to have you and together doing
you.
this, and it shows
Thank
you
you.
that, it shows the people out there that so much can be done working together. And we're proud of it, and it's growing every year, right?
It has been
And
growing
as it
every
grows well.
year, and I think the excitement of people finding like-mindedness and again understanding that through partnering